This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have a serious issue. And if a Chod session doesn't feel right to you, please do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. By watching and or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so much for joining me for our Friday puja and satsang. Tonight will be another Chod meditation for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. Tonight's edition dedicated to the Nepali form of Kali known as Dakshinkali, and I'll be saying a little bit more about her. I'd like to begin with some announcements. So this coming Tuesday, for our Tuesday satsang, I'll be leading a meditation based on the Bhagavati Stotram. And then a week from today will be our puja and satsang series to the 64 yoginis. This will be part 16, honoring the goddess Majari, also known as Vatali. And then we have something really exciting coming up, which is Navaratri, the 9 nights of Mother Divine. That'll be starting on Tuesday, the 9th of April, and will run through Victory Day, which is really day 10, on April 18th. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different this time around. I'm combining my temple's Navaratri celebrations with that of Shiva Sai Mandir. And so I'll actually be broadcasting all 10 of those evenings and days from Shiva Sai Mandir, 1391 South Pennsylvania in Denver, Colorado. So Tuesday through Friday, that's starting the 9th, I'll be broadcasting at 6 p.m. The Saturday and the Sunday will be at noon, and then the Monday through the Wednesday again at 6 p.m. And this will be a lot of our typical Navaratri pujas dedicated to the 10 Mahavidyas. I'll be sharing a modern scripture, excerpts from that each day. Kali the Mother by Sister Nivedita. And I think this promises to be a very interesting series. You can join on YouTube, and you're also very, very welcome to join in person. Again, the address is 1391 South Pennsylvania. You can also look on shivamandir.org for more details. So this presentation will be an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan Chod practice, only this one will be dedicated to one of the forms of Ma Kali, or Chamunda, who is worshipped in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. It'll be offered as a guided sound meditation for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. This was originally developed as a personal sadhana for myself, but it feels right to share this both in tonight's sadhana and in an upcoming book. Normally, I wouldn't blend two spiritualities in this manner. However, this is a very unique situation. In Nepal, there is already a very strong syncretism between the local form of Hinduism and Vajrayana Buddhism. That's the Buddhism originating from the Tibetan plateau. In Nepal, there are often Buddhist shrines in Hindu temples and vice versa. There are also many Nepalis who visit temples dedicated to both spiritualities. And I can give an example of that just by one of the art pieces on our altar. We have 3 different renditions of Ma Dakshinkali, the Kali of the South. The southern direction is also the direction of Lord Yama, the Lord of the Dead, the Lord of the Underworld. And so she is truly the Kali of the cremation ground. If we look at this central one here, I'm going to try to bring it a little bit closer while keeping it in focus. But the figure below her feet actually looks very much like the Buddha himself. To say a little bit more about her symbolism, um, which is typical of Buddhist, especially Tibetan Buddhist goddesses, tantric goddesses, dakinis. She's wearing a crown of 5 skulls, which represent the transformation of one's shadow to the self aspect. She's holding a sword for separating us from the ego, a kartika, also known as a triguk, this little curved blade, which represents the shedding away or the cutting away of attachments. This is the kind of blade that would be used to dispose of a body during a sky burial. She's holding a kapala like this one, representing the transformation of consciousness. The figures of Dakshinkali on the left and the right are surrounded by arches of flames, representing transformation and also enlightenment. She's holding a small shield, which represents the divine protection and the severed head of one of our inner demons. What's interesting about Dakshinkali is she is truly the wrathful of the wrathful. And in this case, below the Shiva or Buddha figure, or just the simple corpse under her feet, she has torn viscera from the abdomen and is feeding upon it. And this represents the devotee's ultimate surrender to the divine. So Jema Dakshinkali. Dakshinkali's temple is to the south of Kathmandu. I visited there in 2010 and actually was given the privilege to be in the innermost sanctum of the temple. And this is something that's rarely given to Westerners like myself. So this was a great honor when I experienced it. But this is one of the temples where animal sacrifice takes place on a regular basis. And when I want to give a little clarification about that, so animals such as uncastrated male goats, cockerels are taken into the temple. They're dispatched with very quick decapitation. That the carcass is taken home and cooked and eaten by the family. So it's really the beginning of a sacralized barbecue. And often this is done to celebrate something like a wedding, or I was there in June, also wedding season in Nepal. And also it was the time when many students found out if they had passed their exams and were eligible to attend university. So this was also a great cause of celebration in their families. So Ma Dakshinkali. So I want to say a little bit more about why I have composed this particular Chod practice. Because of these close associations between Buddhism and Hinduism in this part of the world, it felt very appropriate to write meditations based upon the Kalis of the Kathmandu Valley. And so in the past, I have done Chod to Svetakali, the White Kali, Bhadrakali, earlier in the month. The benevolent form of Kali, we're honoring Dakshinkali tonight. And then earlier, I think maybe a couple of months ago, we did a Chod ceremony to all 3 of those forms, plus their combined form in Mahakali. For more information on these forms of the Divine Mother, I invite you to read my book, Kali Meditation, Book 3, which is available on Amazon Kindle. And before I go any further, I'd like to say a special namaste to Kim and Jamie, who are joining right now. And I invite anybody else who is joining to please say a quick hello using the chat function at the bottom of your screen. Tonight's sadhana was adapted from a Chod practice that I've done in its original form in the past called the Sun Rays of Compassion. This is a Chod to Ma Tromanagmo, who is really the most wrathful form of Vajra Yogini, and so very close in form in many ways to Ma Dakshinkali. We're going to be utilizing 4 traditional Chod melodies. And for anyone new to this series who wants to learn more about Chod practice, I invite you to watch previous recorded installments of this series, which you can find on my channel. Oh, and namaste to Elizabeth, too, who just joined. Tonight's practice will take place in the following stages. I'll be doing a simple cleansing and puja ceremony to help set the mood for the practice by establishing sacred space. I'll then invite everyone to lay down in Shavasana, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that needs healing or resolution in your life right now. And if you wish, you'll also be given the opportunity to visualize this issue as a living being, a personal demon, to feed in the course of this meditation. This could also be an issue that's really in need of healing or resolution for your family, or you could also include for someone close to you as well. There's nothing else for you to do. Just open your receptivity and allow the words and the chants and the melodies to guide your consciousness where it needs to go and be at this moment. And you can also do this meditation as a seated meditation if that works better for you. Each section of our Chod will be sung in English, accompanied by traditional instruments, including the temple drum, the shang bell, and you can see what the shang bell looks like, and the kangling or thigh bone trumpet. There's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience will be unique for each individual. The first sections will be the refuge, which is the calling of divine forces and placing our trust in them, and the bodhicitta, which is the establishment of the intention, and that we are establishing divine enlightened consciousness for the purpose of relieving the suffering of ourselves and also all sentient beings. The main practice, which is the body offering or lujan, progresses in a series of stages. The first stage will be the poa, where I will guide you to injecting your consciousness through the crown of your heads, through your central channel or sushumna. And at that point, you will become Ma Dakshinkali, and you will see your own lifeless corpse below your feet. To be in something very appropriate to Ma Dakshinkali, this will just be a one feast Chod practice, a red feast of flesh, blood, bones, and organs. Dakshinkali will cut our lifeless corpses into pieces and prepare this feast for the wrathful deities, the malevolent spirits, our personal demons, and to those to whom we owe karmic debts. The visual involves our flesh, blood, organs, and bones laid out on our flayed skins. And here you'll be invited to visualize your own personal demons taking part in this feast, and as a result, being transformed into benevolent life beings, being transformed from our enemies to our allies. We will then offer the guests of our feasts our altruistic love in a section called the giving of Dharma and protection. And here we will show those beings the way to enlightenment. And this comes through their transformation, through consuming these feast items. So we're working with our inner demons, not by fearing them, not by fighting them, not by fleeing from them, but giving them what they most desire ourselves. We're honoring them and transforming them in that manner. There'll be a short mantra repetition, and finally some closing prayers and a reintegration of the Divine Mother and those transformed beings back into ourselves. There'll be a short silent meditation to rest and integrate the practice, and then closings and benedictions. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we'll be using the mantra Pe, which means crack or boom. And this mantra releases our intentions into being. We'll also be using some traditional seed mantras for Ma Kali, Aing, Reem, and Kleem, and also the Nivarna mantra itself, Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. So again, thank you and namaste. And at this point, I invite you to sit comfortably. Find a position where you can be comfortable with a straight back and just looking at your screen with a relaxed gaze for our opening puja. So let's begin by bringing the palms of our hands to our heart center. And let's begin by chanting those 3 seed syllables of the Divine Mother in all of her forms, Aing, Reem, and Kleem. So, deep inhale, Aing. Inhale, Reem. Inhale, Kleem. Inhale. Exhale. Let your hands rest on your lap. Continue to meditate upon your screen. Om, Aing, Reem, Kleem, Chamundai Vichye. And if it feels right, I invite you to join me in chanting the Nivarna mantra for our puja. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Rim Klim. 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 Chamundaye Viche. So I invite you now to sit or to lay down comfortably in a position with your back straight. And make any adjustments or micro adjustments that you might need so that you can remain still for the next several minutes. Maybe roll the shoulders back to open the chest, to deepen the breath. And then I invite you to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and open yourself to the visualizations and the experience. And if you wish, I invite you to think about or maybe visualize a personal issue that's currently in need of healing or resolution. And if possible, note where this issue resides in your physical body. Maybe an area of tension, an area that feels empty or maybe cold, or just somewhere where your consciousness is drawn. This would be a wonderful place to focus the energies generated by this practice. And then if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it were a living being. This is your personal demon, which will be fed and transformed into a benevolent light being during the Red Feast portion of our meditation. So notice its appearance, its size, its shape, and any other characteristics. And then, while continuing to breathe deeply, just let it go for the time being. Relax. Open your breath. And allow the mantras, the songs, the instruments to guide your consciousness. We take refuge in our gurus, the Dharma and the fellowship. We take refuge in the deities and in the 64 yoginis. We take refuge in the pranic forces and their nature, the enlightened mind. We take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence and compassion. Pay. Hum. Mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances which are illusory, reflections of the moon in water, beings wander endlessly in suffering, in order that they may find comfort and ease in the luminosity of all-pervading space, in the true nature of our minds. We generate the immeasurable love, compassion, joy, and equanimity of the awakened mind of enlightenment. Pay. 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 To attain perfect enlightenment, for the benefit of beings as vast as the sky, mixed transcendent space and awareness. Hey! Our consciousness arises as Dakshinkali. She assumes a birthing posture. Our corpses lie below her feet. her gaunt body naked. She wears a crown of 5 dried human skulls. She holds a curved blade and a sword. A small shield and a severed head of a demon. She holds the guts torn from our bodies, upon which she does feast. With the curved knife in her right hand, Dakshinkali chops our lifeless corpses into pieces. Atop our bloody flayed skins, she heaps our bones, flesh, fat, organs, and blood. Like vultures feasting on a corpse's remains, the wrathful gods and demons gather here. Ein green clean, ein green clean, ein green clean. Hey, hey, hey. May those who desire of our flesh tear it with their teeth and eat. May those who desire of our blood drink it completely, gulp by gulp. Let those who desire bones to gnaw crush our bones and suck the marrow. Pull out our organs and entrails and feast upon them, leaving nothing. Thus may all our karmic debts of all our lifetimes be repaid, and may the negative intentions of these demons be pacified. Pay, pay, pay. I invite you now to envision your own inner demons taking part in this feast and being transformed from adversaries into allies. This feast is offered to the protectors, the guests of enlightened qualities, and they shall dispel hindrances, grant enlightened consciousness, by offering it to the beings of the 6 realms, in the form of whatever they each desire. Let malice be pacified. May their wounds be healed. It is offered to obstructing spirits and our karmic creditors, and our karmic debts shall be repaid. Our karmic debt shall be repaid. Ein Reem Clean Pay. The weak and feeble remaining guests enjoy feast remainders and be satisfied. There is nothing to offer, act and no agents of offering. They are the mother of wisdom, the merits of this display of enchantment we dedicate to all sentient beings, that they may obtain the insurpassable. May all beings attain enlightenment. Let all beings be enlightened. Ein Reem Clean, Ein Reem Clean, Ein Reem Clean. Pay, pay, pay. Pay. Alas, here hosts of wanderers, our illusory bodies are impermanent. Ghosts, if you need it, take it all. With it we redeem the karma of all beings. May all previous karmic debts be cleared. May resentment and pollution be purified. May hatred and antagonisms be pacified. May you be endowed with enlightenment. Having become endowed with enlightenment, may you realize unexcelled awakening. May the wishes of all beings be satisfied. May sentient beings achieve enlightenment. May all sentient beings become enlightened. Pay, 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 pay. Om Ein Reem Clean Chamundaye Viche. 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 Om Aing Rim Klim 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 Chamundaye Viche. Precious and sublime, divine consciousness, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it has been born, may it not decline, but go on increasing further and further. Pay. May all wandering sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all wandering sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all wandering sentient beings never be separated from supreme joy. And may all wandering sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. Pay. I invite you now to visualize Ma Dakshinkali seated in a birthing posture upon a corpse above your heads, surrounded by light beings, allies who were once our inner demons but now transformed. With the mantra Pay, they will change into a sphere of golden light above the crowns of our heads. Pay. And then with the next inhalation and the syllable Pay, the sphere will travel through the crown of our head down our central channel to rest within our heart center. Pay. And I invite you now to rest in a place of stillness and silence. And just allow yourself to integrate the practice. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath. Letting go of the meditation. Hear the sound of my voice and any other sounds in your personal space. Feel the floor or the mat below you. Any cushions that might be supporting you. Feel the temperature of the air upon your skin. The clothes that cover you. And I invite you to slowly move your fingers and toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and legs. And if lying down, I invite you to slowly and carefully roll over onto one side and just rest there for a moment. And then if you can engage your arms to bring yourself up back into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Acknowledging that Divine Mother's presence within and without. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight. Knowing you can replay this broadcast anytime that you would like to do this meditation again. Slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me in Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So, Jai Ma, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. I want to thank Kim and Larch, Elizabeth and Jamie for joining me. Also, let's see if I can get the camera in here. Jinx, the sadhana kitty who is helping out this evening. Hey, Jinx. So I look forward to you joining me on Tuesday for our meditation on the Bhagavati Stotram, the next installment of our 64 Yogini series. And then the 9 nights of Mother Divine +1 Victory Day coming up in conjunction with Shiva Sai Mandir. As always, I encourage you to take some time for some quiet meditation and contemplation before resuming the days or evenings activities. I also want to thank anybody who will be watching the recording of this broadcast anytime in the future. And also, I encourage you to look for just subtle changes as a result of doing this meditation. Maybe flashes of insight, handling a situation in a little more balanced manner than otherwise you might, or just feeling better. Maybe the right words coming to you, the right advice from somebody, the right book falling into your hand, all of those things. So again, love to everyone. Thank you so very much. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Good night. Thank you.